Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to The Wealthy Sailor. I am John, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about finance and all that other stuff. Today's video is going to be split up into two parts because I have two topics that are both fairly short. The first thing is it's the first video of the month, which means it's update time. So, as you know, if you've been watching my channel, my goal, the reason I started this channel, is to help me and help whoever's watching to save money. My goal is by the end of next year, that's 2021, I want to be worth $500,000. The reason I picked this goal is around the idea that my fiance is in the military and she retires in about 10 years. I want to be ready to retire with her. And by retire, I don't mean not work anymore. I just mean to be able to work and do whatever it is I want to do. I have a fairly good job currently that pays me pretty decently, but the thing is that I tend not to prioritize saving and investment with that money, so that's what I want to change. So I've been working on this for about 5 months now, and that's the goal. Everybody ready for this? Good. My current net worth is $452,180, which means I'm only $48,000 away from my goal. Now, this might seem like a lot, but I would like to remind people who are watching that the reason that I'm trying to save so much now is because the job I have is I'm actually a contractor, and I work in conjunction with the U.S. military. So I deploy voluntarily, not involuntarily, and I end up working with the military out in like foreign bases. When I'm deployed, I get paid really good. When I'm home, I don't really get paid very well because it's my time off. So it's just the way it works. So this deployment is going to be about 10 months long. So I'm entitled to have 5 months off when I get home. However, I don't really get paid the same while I'm home. So I have to save enough now in order to reach that. So it's okay. It just comes with the job. We all know this. We all save and we expect it. So everybody wants to know how I made that much money in a month, because I think the increase from this month to last month was about $12,000. Well, obviously I didn't make $12,000 in a month. A lot of it actually came from my investment funds, my 401k, my IRAs, actually self-correcting and increasing in value, because when I started this challenge, all of my personal wealth stuff was actually down due to COVID-19. I actually started back in June, so everything was like artificially down, so I've been kind of riding the wave up. So a lot of it's just self-correction. Now, where I did make money is I made over $500 in a week just because I invested in Apple. As soon as I heard about the split, I invested in Apple. That's not me telling you or saying that you should invest in Apple, but it's part of a long-term strategy that I have. And I made a video about actually what my strategy with buying that stock is. Because I always tell you guys, don't buy individual stocks, don't time the market, but in this case I am. So I made money there. Home prices were pretty stagnant, so I didn't really make much money there. Most of it was just my investments just going up over time. However, I have started holding on to cash. So based on stuff that I'm seeing down the road, I think that the economy is going to be stagnant for a good amount of time, which is, again, I made a video about this. So I start putting more and more money in my savings account rather than the stock market. The idea being is, one, I need an emergency account anyway. Like I always preach, everybody should have an emergency account, and I always tell you guys I don't actually have a emergency account that's funded enough. So that's part of what I'm doing. I'm starting to just put stuff in my savings account. It's a somewhat higher interest. What I need to do is actually stop being lazy and find a better savings account like Ally Bank, something like that. But I'll do all the research and get back to you on that one. But I'm going to put everything into my savings account, or at least a good amount of my income into my savings account, just to simply save. Now, for anybody who's trying to replicate what I'm doing, keep in mind that I'm not going at this alone. My fiance is still in the United States. We split all the bills, so like my home and stuff like that, all being paid for by both of us. We split everything. So it's a little different story for me because both me and my fiance have similar financial goals, and we both make a decent amount of money considering our expenditures, because we don't really like debt. So like we don't have any car payments or anything like that. So if you're trying to pick a goal, make sure you pick one that's obtainable within the time frame you chose. Okay, that's enough about my update. If you want me to go into more detail about it, leave me a comment. It's just that I've made videos about this where like I go through and talk for a while about it in detail, and honestly, it just doesn't really seem like too many people are interested in hearing about which funds I'm putting money into and which ones I'm not. So I decided to make them a little shorter. So fast forward, next topic. I want to talk about expert options. The reason I want to talk about these guys is because I watch a lot of financial videos on YouTube. So imagine my frustration when I'm trying to learn how something works and I see a commercial for a binary options platform. For those of you who don't know what a binary option platform is, it's like a option trading platform that allows you to make very simple bets on whether a stock will go up or down. However, the time frame is very condensed, so you're picking like, will this stock go up and down in the next 30 minutes? If you win, you get money. If you lose, you don't get money. The thing is, though, is that you don't make back double. You make back roughly 80% of what you invest. This is a problem because if you won 50% of the time, which is how it should work if it's binary, it's only two choices, so you should win about half the time, even if you're bad at it, just statistically, you should accidentally be right half the time. You still lose money. You actually have to win about 60% of the time to get your, to actually break even. Here's why I don't like binary options, and specifically expert options. I noticed that it comes up a lot on my videos, but some of the commercials on the YouTube videos are in different languages. That's because since I'm overseas, I use a VPN and I actually have like a mobile Wi-Fi router, hotspot, and these bounce off different cell towers in the country I'm in. So sometimes I come up as like a German VPN or whatever. So everything's in different languages. Now, I don't think in the US they're showing these, and the reason being is because I don't think you're allowed to do binary option trading in the US. I could be wrong, but I remember when I did binary options back when I was young and stupid, I did something called 24options.com. They were actually based in New York City. And I remember because I tried to look them up like a year ago, and their website was shut down. I couldn't access it from the States. So I get really frustrated because I know how bad these are, because you're not investing really, you're gambling. You're making a very simple bet on whether something will go up or down. But you're not buying the commodity or the asset. You're literally just placing a bet with the company, with the trading house, in this case expert options, saying it'll go up and down. Now for them, it's worth it to back that bet because they know that even if you're right half the time, they still make money. So it's a perfect thing for them. You're basically playing the casino in such a way that they know they're going to win. It's roulette, basically. You're making a 50-50 bet, except because of zero, you have slightly less than a 50-50 bet. You have like a 49.5% chance of winning because of the zero, and I think there's double zero too. I don't know. I don't gamble very much. I'm sure there's a YouTube video explaining this better than I can, but that's roughly how roulette works. The thing is that because they do that, they know they're going to win half the time. If they win half the time, then they make money. And that's all they care about. But what they're doing is they're packaging their service as if it's investing. And they always have these very young people who are like, oh, and say the bet's not going my way, no problem. I'll just sell it for the insurance. But the thing is that they have very carefully calculated algorithms. So let's say you bet a stock's going to go up and it ends up going down. As soon as it starts ticking down, especially if it's down below the mark that you said it was going to be above, they start offering you like a buyout. So let's say you put $50 in. So the buyout for being right below the mark might only be $49.50, which is fine. But then as you get further away from that mark and as time moves closer to your deadline to get above that mark, then that can drop significantly. You're talking about maybe getting $1 back on a $50 bet. Like, it's ridiculous. And they do this because they know people will do it. But the problem I have with it is that they don't call it gambling. So I'm going to do it for them. Expert options, or any binary trading platform or a house that allows that, it's essentially you making a bet against the trading platform that something's going to go up or down. And the thing is that they wouldn't be in business unless they won most of the time. So try to keep that in mind when you see these commercials. And it really aggravates me when they put them on financial education videos, because these are people who either know a lot about finance and are trying to brush up, or it's people who don't know anything about finances. And they see these commercials linked up to these financial guys who, some of them are actually legit experts. and they think that the two are related, when in reality, YouTube will post commercials onto videos without the, well, you have to give consent in order to monetize your channel, but you don't get to pick what videos or which commercials go before your videos. Although, I'll bet you that if I ever do become monetized, this video will not be getting a binary option platform, because I bet you I'll be weeded out for trashing them. In case I'm wrong, be the very first person to notice that, and please comment, because if you see a binary option commercial before this video, if I ever get monetized, then I just think that would be awesome. Please take a screenshot or something, because I would love to see it. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I just want to update you, and I want to talk about expert options a little bit. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe and keep saving.